Drink on the house, sir.
Thanks. What is it?
Oh, it's our house special, the Black Knight.
What's in it?
Oh, you know, the favorites. Liquor, mead, rocks.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standards Kickstarter Preview. My name's David Bray. I'm joined as always by my favorite board gamer, my wife, Alyssa Bray.
Hello.
And today we are going to take a look at the 2 to 5 player dice worker placement game, Cavern Tavern from Final Frontier Games. In this game, players are going to be competing as servers at the Cavern Tavern, trying to make sure orders are on time and avoid their evil, nasty boss, Nasty the Gnome. But before we determine who's the best, let's find out what's included in the game. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right. In this game, you're going to be getting a board game, which is the tavern, in which you'll be working at, and that you place your worker dice at. On the board in the tavern, there's different places you can go to. These places include the cellar, where the ingredients are at. You have Nasty the Gnome's office you can go to. You also have kitchen tasks you can complete, chore tasks you can complete, and an area where you can go get orders from the customers.
Yeah, so that's what you're going to basically be doing throughout the game, is trying to get these orders completed for your customers. And you're going to use dice that each player is going to get their own set of dice. And you're going to use those dice to go get things like ingredients, like Alyssa said, in the cellar. There's a bunch of different types. There's beer, of course, because it's a tavern. We've got, what else?
Oh, we have wine, we have elixir.
So lots of great stuff.
Syrup.
Yeah, lots of good stuff to mix drinks with. So you're going to try to be completing those orders. But in addition to that, you can use your dice. You can kind of combine the dice and do some of the bigger tasks like kitchen tasks or chores. And those also help you out in the game because there's a couple different tracks that you're going to need to keep track of. No pun intended. Yeah. One of them is a kitchen task and a chore task. As you do more of those throughout the games, not only do you get bonuses, but later in the game you'll even get more.
It helps you in the end of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, we also talked about your evil boss, Nasty the Gnome.
Yes.
This is kind of the take that part of the game. Throughout the game, you can go to your boss's office and rat out your other fellow opponents and make them go further down the track and get in more trouble at the end of the game and get negative points. Nasty the Gnome, he's not a nice guy.
And there's cards that come with the game, the Nasty Gnome cards. Mm-hmm. And as you make your players go further and further down the track, every time you hit a certain, I think it's every 3.
Yep.
You have to draw a Nasty Gnome card.
Yeah, and these are kind of like required tasks that you have to perform before you can really move on to anything else in the game.
So if you have an active order, you can't complete that order until that task is completed.
Yeah, we had a really great time playing this. The artwork is fantastic in this game. It looks amazing. You feel like you're in a tavern. We even put on music to make it sound like we're in a tavern, clinking glasses and stuff. But what I really enjoy about this game, there's a couple things. One is again, the artwork is fantastic. But really the mechanics match with the theme. So, for instance, if you have an order that takes too long, if you don't fulfill an order, just like if you were at a restaurant and someone didn't get your order quickly, those patrons start to get more and more upset, and you actually get less and less victory points when you fulfill that order.
So it gives you the need to, the urgency to fulfill your order.
Yeah.
So most other players know, well, they have an order out, so they're really going to be focusing on that. So they may not go to other places on the board, and I know those spaces will still be available for me.
Yeah, and so when you roll your dice, there's going to be, of course, certain areas that you can only go to, and they're limited spaces, just like any worker placement game. So you can actually look across and see what the other players are trying to fulfill in their orders, what ingredients they need, and you can block them, which Alyssa does to me constantly, but that's fine.
Because you do it to me.
But again, we had a blast playing this game. This really fits into that perfect window of a game it's not extremely simple, but it's not too complicated. You could really probably play this with a great swath of people. It would be really easy to teach. Probably takes, I'd say, an hour maybe to play, if that, maybe even quicker.
Our first run through took a little longer. We played it a couple other times after that, and I think 30, 40 minutes we were able to... it's great, though. I love that there's a tracker. There's 10 rounds.
Yep,
you know when it's going to end, so it's not like I have this strategy going and then all of a sudden the game's over and you're like, well, didn't get to finish. You know exactly, so you can really plan ahead and know what's happening.
Absolutely.
So I love that.
Now, the photos you're seeing here, we had a print and play version. So if you want to actually see the full version of all the different things, because right now it's been fully funded on Kickstarter. So if you go to their Kickstarter page, it'll be fully funded. But before we get there, click this link if you want more information, if this sounds like a game for you. So click that link. Right now you can pledge $44 to pick up a copy. And again, that includes shipping, so that's fantastic. A lot of times, the shipping on these games is almost as expensive as the game, but for $44, that'll get you a copy of the game. So all you need to do is click that link, check out Cavern Tavern from Final Frontier Games. Till next time. Bye.
See ya.